Hello, welcome back to Lords of War Hobby channel. I'm Chris, this is Jay if you're tuning in for the first time. And we are going to explore, we'll probably make a series of videos, like basing is so comprehensive and stuff, but today we want to highlight some of the Gamer's Grass Tuft products and talk about how it's something that's like not sexy or fun to talk about necessarily, but like it's a silly thing. People use these on every single project, right? Like every single army you do, every single model. Like there's always Tufts involved. So we're just going to show you a few of the interesting things they make, as well as like how we would kind of like think about using them.
Yeah, and then there's also I forgot how far back it was, a month or two ago, 2-3 months ago. I don't know. Early in the summer, there's like a generic basing video I think.
Yeah, check that out for sure.
Where I showed off like dozens of bases and we talked about them, like
composition and how to go about this.
So I got this Ionis Cryptborn I painted, and he's already on a pretty cool rock base. And then we just loaded a bunch of Tufts. So lots of companies.
Now, Jay, are you allowed to use two different colors of Tufts on a base? Because I've heard you shouldn't do that.
Who
it's against the law.
I mean, some people have crazy OCD and they can't help themselves. But I subscribe to a very use as many as you want in whatever colors you want. And it kind of doesn't matter. It matters a little.
It does work here though. Like you've got like it's almost think of like highlights and shades, right? Like on your own base, right? Like
I mean, depends on what you're going for. In reality, if you look in any natural area, there's different. It's not just the same monotone green or whatever. It's like you get some things that are like drier and older and decaying, and some things are new and green. This particular base is like pretty much just like I don't know how to describe it. Just it's nothing. It's a more natural kind of. I really centered around the rock or whatever this thing is, a piece of ruin. I spent a lot of time painting it to look like natural stone, and then I just was like, well, some deadfall, some leaves.
It feels very transitional. Like there's like that autumn time when like the leaves are turning.
A little bit of autumn.
There's still a little bit of green grass, but it's starting to die off too.
So
it's cool. It's got a nice theme to it.
And other things to consider. I will show you some products in a second. Is the mixing also like tuft heights? You have some like smaller tufts, some thicker tufts, some taller tufts. That again, those little heights add a little variation to it. The leaves, if you're curious, are Green Stuff World fall leaves. There's different ways to get leaves. There's leaf punches. There's where you can buy the leaf punch and then find literal dry leaves on the ground and punch them. You can. Our friend John uses oregano flakes or chili flakes or whatever.
It looks ridiculous.
They're very colorful. It looks ridiculous.
Are we eating bases now? Like what's
we're
going
eating
on?
The bases. We're eating the bases, and then of course also the color you dry brush underneath matters too. So. And then feel free to go, like, some people are very like, I'll just put 2 tufts or something. I'll show you an example in a second.
The stingy tuft
extreme example.
Yeah.
I think when you have, obviously there's budgetary reasons there, but you'll be surprised how far a pack of tufts will go. It goes farther than you think.
Well, especially if you buy, like we're going to show you, and we'll kind of go through the process of how we pick this stuff out too, but if you buy multiple packs of different ones, you can, I'm usually expecting for an army. I budget everything by an army, right? So like if I'm going to do an army and I'm going to use like my basing's going to be like more extensive, I'm like 4 or 5 little packs of things for basing should do my whole army.
I mean, you already blow tons of money on paints and the models, and what's a little bit more on
one nice paintbrush can be $40.
Some packs of tufts.
What are we talking about here?
I think it helps. I think I understand sometimes you have lots of like loads and loads of infantry, and you maybe just like. I do this, like some of my armies I just put a couple because I'm just like, going nuts on every base can be extreme, but that's up, every project's different. So anyway, I'll show you the quick little extreme version. This is a mix of everything, but you can see a very loaded base is also fine especially when it comes to natural things like leaves, and these are not necessarily tufts, they're like the spongy flock stuff. But you can go nuts if you want. So we got some.
We tried to mix it up here. So this is all the Gamer's Grass stuff. This is going to feature today is the Gamer's Grass. They make a crazy wide assortment of pretty much anything you can think of for your basing.
So they got different ones. There's one I didn't bring down. So they have one that looks like this, where they're all the same. They're just like the same size. Let's say it's this one here, and it's just like rows of them.
Yeah.
So
They
that
call them, what do they call them? Like, there's like wild, and then there's like
Yeah.
the standard ones.
so the wild ones are like these, where
Yeah.
they're like clumped
Different
in little
shapes and
shapes,
stuff.
little L shapes and asymmetrical shapes. I don't know which one technically comes with more. I think it's the one that are evenly spread. You'll probably get more minis out of it, I guess, because you can be very calculating. You can be like, you get exactly 2 for each guy. But here, I feel like I like the wild. I think it looks more natural. You can always cut them too. I always tell people, like, you can just like X-Acto some off or pull them apart. Tufts like these come already a little bit sticky. They're on this little parchment paper, although I personally still put PVA glue down.
Yep.
And there's different colors. So you got things like this alien turquoise, which would be a fun, if you're on some weird sci-fi planet, probably. I don't know if this will be you see this too much on a natural base. And then the 6 mil height is like this is like the standard height and size.
I use these on my my Idneth beach bases because
Sure,
they kind of
that's
look
true.
a little seaweedy.
True.
Like almost
That's
like
true,
they
they
have
do,
that
yeah.
little bit of like
Yep.
algae kind of like.
And actually, this is the scepter. They tell you right here, there's 70 in here.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's a lot. Then you got your chonks, like big. These are the
XL.
XL size. These are significantly bigger, double, I guess. Do they tell
Yeah.
you how? Yeah, they don't give you the
36 or how many mils
No,
now?
give
I
you
think 12.
Oh, there's
mils.
12. It's on
Yeah.
the back. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
literally
so
double
twice
the
as
height.
tall. Yeah.
And half the number. There's only 36, but they're chunky. And these are ones you only have to put here and there. I probably wouldn't use this on a lot of just like Space Marine infantry unless you're going for some really swampy, crazy look.
Yeah.
I would save these for your showpiece models.
Like, I mean, you get like the odd Redemptor Dreadnought in your
Yeah.
army. Maybe you have a big base you need to fill up with some more interesting things.
And then look for these like warm colors. Like sometimes people, like I have some, I didn't bring them down, but I have some Lumineth that are like in a snow scheme. Sometimes these bright green colors can really balance
really
and
nice.
make the base pop. So
Yeah.
I'm always getting this. People have their space ones. They're like, snow base and snow tuft.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but now everything is white, and you don't really notice. I know there's a little bit of green and brown in the bottom here, but it just blends around. This is also a thick one.
Yeah. This is almost what you'd use if you're not using any snow product. Like
Yeah.
it kind of like the added.
If you're gonna use this,
coloring
go
for you.
more sparingly on the snow.
Yeah. Whereas, like Jay said, this stuff with the snow product like doused on top of it or around
Yeah.
it looks really sharp. You get the nice contrast.
So we got big tufts, spiky tufts, little tufts.
You've also got like we don't bring any down, but there's smaller ones too. Like you can get I think
Yes.
they're 2 mil.
They have
or
like
3
micro,
mil.
tiny size ones.
Those are nice too. Like obviously for smaller games where you have like a smaller scale, but like actually
Yes.
to Jay's point earlier, mixing sizes and
Yes.
it really does add like a nice variety.
It
to the
really
base.
does. Yeah. We got some flowers.
They have a ton of colors now.
Shrubs.
They just released a ton more colors in the shrub. Shrubs are different than flowers.
You're right.
But they have like green shrubs and they have but they also make
These ones have more of the actual colorful little things. I think the flowers just have like a few little ones. So this can add a ton of color
yeah.
and kind of pop to the thing.
If you have I'm always thinking like if your army is, I'm not saying uninteresting, but like tends to be like, let's say you're doing like a Raven Guard army or a Black
Right.
Templars, where like there's not a lot of color on the
Yeah.
model.
Yeah.
This is a great opportunity on the base to like really add some color, and that like creates its own like nice contrast.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I personally though don't like just using these.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
it's it looks too wacky.
No.
Like you
Yeah.
just have your like stern looking Space Marine and all he has is these like autumn shrubs underneath him. You're gonna be like,
Less is more. Less is more.
Yeah,
with these,
you almost want to
Yeah.
do your regular Tuft color that you're doing
Yeah.
and then sprinkle these here and there.
Yeah,
I think
for
that's
sure,
a good
for
way
sure.
to go about it. And the last one I'm going to look at is this deceptive looking. This is a big pack. We call
Yeah.
it
You'd be like, what the
white,
hell do I
whatever
use this for? I'm not making terrain.
They
Jay.
even have a
What do
name
you-
for it. They don't really have a great name for it. You can see in the back here. So the goal here is to actually pull it apart. So there's a generous amount. This doesn't look, actually looks like a lot.
You also can't see unless you kind of like really get it.
It's
You
like a
can see
ton.
that it's like they're on these like little sticks almost.
Yes, you can
Yeah,
see in
you
this.
can see there,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can stand them up, you can cut them.
Yeah.
This is this is like the size of the miniature, so you can make
Yeah.
like reeds or just cut them in half or in quarters. You can see here, you can pull them and make them look like these natural bushes. You can make your own little thickets and bushes. Trim them down. This is very versatile, and you can get them in different colors, like autumn colors and summer colors.
I also like have used this a ton. I like basically like pull it apart.
Yep.
And I'll use it almost like little, like I'll turn it sideways
Yep.
and just use it like bushes and
Little twigs.
I kind of douse it in PVA glue.
Yes.
And just like jam it on the base.
Yep.
And once the PVA glue dries, it actually adds like makes it a little harder.
It does.
But it doesn't visually change how it looks.
No, because it dries
So,
clear. Yeah. So this stuff is great for your cavalry, for your monsters, for anything. It's and again, this is a ton. This is like this is probably enough for a whole army.
Oh my God,
like a
yeah,
stupid
absolutely,
amount.
yeah, you'd not
It's
get
very
through that.
dense because you're like using bits and bobs like here and there. Looks very natural, so I like that. That's an AK product. I don't know if Gamer's Grass makes that yet, but there's other little things these companies make, little stones and rocks and whatever. So yeah.
So what do we learn today? We want to. It's okay to add variety
Yep.
of colors.
Yep.
And in fact, it looks really good if you do that. We also learned that like we want to change the sizes as well. So like some small ones mixed with some bigger sizes can add some like visual interest. And then it's kind of, you know, it's fun to add color if you need color. Your models are lacking color. The base is a great place to add color.
Yeah. Just always think about like what your paint job is on the miniature, and then like balance it with something.
Yeah.
So.
Conversely, if you're
Like if
if your model is super busy and colorful, the base is probably a place where you want to kind of keep it more simple.
Yeah. And if we go to that Raven Guard thing, like maybe they make a base that's basically black. It's like toxic. It's called toxic or whatever. They have ones that are like it's this tough.
Yeah.
It's basically black with a.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not gonna be visible, man, on your Raven Guard guys. It's just gonna. So think about that. Just have a little thought. You're like, okay, how would this pop? How does it like relate? Are the colors too similar? You know, think about that. I mean, there's some like all time. You know, you're kind of like natural brown base, kind of like the one I had on the own. It's like that's probably gonna work for like most colors.
Very classic, yeah. Brown too. There's so many types of brown. You can kind of tint it to the colors you need.
Yeah.
Whether it's warm.
There's like also the rubbly ashen gray, like battlefield. You know, those also tend to work well in many cases. So
cool. Well, hopefully you got something out of that. We will continue to put through some different basing stuff as we kind of talk more and more about basing. Super exciting, and get you guys more familiar with some of the things we use on a regular basis. Let us know what you think, and if there's some products you'd like to see on the channel. Until next time, see you guys.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.